ask you what is one thing that you're going to be looking out for this game, and I think you should. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to be the first to welcome you to this Saturday afternoon matchup between the visiting Santa Clara Broncos and the home team, St. Mary's Gales. It's a beautiful day in Moraga, somewhat cloudy. That blue sky is poking through. Nice weather. Very good for some basketball. My name is John Duncan, and I'm sitting next to the one and only
Anthony Clement. You can call me AJ for tonight, John.
I think I'll call you AJ. We are very excited to be watching this game side by side with you. And yeah, I'm ready for some basketball. How about you?
Absolutely, John. It's going to be a great matchup tonight.
Santa Clara and St. Mary's are coming into this game off of similar stories from their last game. Both had losses, not very far from Moraga. St. Mary's lost to the University of San Francisco in San Francisco, and Santa Clara lost to the University of the Pacific, not very far away from here in Stockton. St. Mary's has dropped 6 losses in their last 7 games. So the Gales are looking to come into this matchup strong, start early, and not leave this game open until the end to be decided. We were just speaking to one of the officials tonight, and it appears as though one of the St. Mary's players is wearing the wrong number on her jersey. So the game will be started with a technical foul administered, which is why you see Tess Heel at the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2 shots. And the first one drops. It's difficult for the Gales. Got to fight from a deficit.
It appears that Clara Steele is wearing the number 20 for the Gales. I believe that's the first, and that may have been the cause of a technical foul.
And it looks as though we're trying to figure out if there will be a jump ball to start the game off. Ali Bamberger is in the middle, matched up against Olivia Pollard. Pollard coming off of a great game against Pacific. She dropped 25. She dropped over 20 points. Jump ball falls to the Gales. Hannah Rapp at the top of the key. She's being guarded by Tess Hill. Ali Bamberger tries to pass it from the elbow. Recovers the loose ball. Ali Bamberger at the top of the key. Can she drop it? Off the back iron.
Offensive rebound for Leah Hannafin there.
And the Gales turn it over. It looks as though there's a little bit of a miscommunication. Pass it out of bounds. Tess Hill takes it up across half court to the Broncos. Three for Santa Clara drops.
Olivia Pollard with a three there.
Continuing off of her strong performance from last game. AJ, this is a pretty storied matchup between these two teams. In Moraga specifically, they are tied. The series is tied 19-19 all time. So this game will be the decider in this tie. Ali Bamberger passes it up to the top of the key where Hannah Rapp drives and hits the floater. And the Gales are on the board, 5-2 Broncos. Santa Clara working down low. Spins around, ends up on the floor, wild shot, no call.
Hannah Rapp taking the ball down the court. Finds Bamberger. A foul.
Great work at drawing the foul there for Bamberger.
She's really great at doing that in the paint, and it's proven to be a game changer in some of these bigger games.
She is very dominant in the paint. She's averaging just over 8 rebounds a game. First free throw drops. Ali Bamberger is on the board in the record books. Second free throw is good. Gales are only down 1. Tess Hill to her fellow Australian, Olivia Pollard. Ashley Maldonado kicks it out to Ashley Hiraki.
Rebounded by Hannah Rapp for the Gales.
The Gales swing it over to Bamberger in the low post. Takes it down. That's strength.
That's good.
Ali Bamberger back down her opponent. Turned around. She was right under the hoop.
It's another display of that dominance in the paint. You're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Impossible for her to miss from that distance. Tess Hill takes the drive against Hannah. Ooh, great little turnaround.
The back of the iron, rebounded by Hannah Rapp. Finds Claire Steele.
The three in the corner by Tacey Whedon was a little bit strong.
It's like Claire Steele dispossessed by the Broncos there.
Ashley Maldonado passes it up to the top of the key to Mariah Hudgens. The three was no good. Gales with the rebound. Tacey Whedon driving in, turns around, couldn't get anything. Leah Hannafin's three, no good. Broncos bring it back up past half court. Tess Hill drives, rethinks her decision. Drives again,
Tess heel.
open lane. A little bit of contact
And
there.
draws the foul. Looks like that's going to be on Leah Hannafin of the Gales.
Looked like there was a little bit of confusion in the matchups. Opened up the lane for the Broncos. Tess heel found it. Strong drive to the hoop. Was met with contact and finished through it. She'll be shooting one for the and one.
It's like Laura Edmondson and Lexi Pritchard checking in for the Broncos.
Free throw's good. Santa Clara retakes the lead, 6-7. Fair steal to Hannafin. Casey Whedon passes it down to Ali Bamberger. Ali Bamberger assesses it from the corner. Casey Whedon takes the screen. Ali Bamberger pops out for the three. It is good. Bamberger showing her dominance early. She has 7 of the Gales' first 9 points. Santa Clara working around the arc. Finds a little drive, and what an up and under there.
Mariah Hudgens gets that to drop to the Broncos.
Wrap to Claire Steele, top of the key, drives to the corner. Finds Ali Bamberger in the post. Lots of good ball movement here from the Gales early on. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hannafin's shot no good. Ali Bamberger offensive rebound, met with contact. She'll be shooting 2. Laura Edmondson seems to be assessed with the foul.
You have Aspen Garrison and Jade Kirasome checking in for the Gales.
Looks like Casey Whedon and Jade Kirasome are going to be running the front court for the Gales. First free throw drops for Ali Bamberger. Can she convert the second? She can. That is 2 for 2 from the line. As she goes to sit down, Aspen Garrison takes her place down low. Tonight's officials from the WCC are Cheryl Blue, Clifford Sims, and Brianna Fields. They called a foul just there. And it is 11-10 for St. Mary's early on in this first quarter. We'll be back to you after this. Welcome back to this broadcast of St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. AJ, we were speaking before the game, and I was curious what you thought, what you were going to watch tonight, what you were specifically watching.
It's going to be an interesting matchup tonight with Tess Heel and it appears to be Hannah Rapp for the Gales. Tess Heel is a freshman guard and is leading the Broncos in points per game at 16.7.
Yeah, she's won the WCC Freshman of the Week 9 times this season already. It's a very impressive feat. Seems like they have their very own Aiden Mahaney. Garrison passes it off.
Kurosome.
Gets the basket to fall. Broncos push it up the court very quickly. Grab the rebound, and there was a foul assessed to the Gales. Looks as though there was a lot of contact on that rebound. Santa Clara inbounds it. Tess Heel dishes it out to Lexi Pritchard. Lexi Pritchard finds Mariah Hutchins. The two-man game, it results in a layup. Great finish by Lexi Pritchard. Allie Bamberger passes it off. Errant pass intended for Tacey Whedon, but Hannah Rapp was able to recover it. Hannah Rapp goes to work in the post, and her touch was just a little off there. That ball bounced around the rim before falling out, not dropping. Tess Hill uses the screen and is fouled by Taylor Dalton. Tess Hill inbounding the ball. Lexi Pritchard gets it, goes to work against Kurosome. Allie Bamberger with the board. You know, there's a sense that you can tell Allie Bamberger definitely has, especially on the glass, her positioning on these rebounds.
Such a dominant player for the Gales.
Very dominant. Her positioning on these rebounds are anything. It's textbook. It's very textbook. She's waiting on the far side whenever there's a shot from the corner. Her boxing out is always effective. She seals off the person guarding her really well. And it's only her and the hoop at that point to where she is able to get that rebound. As she dishes it off, another errant pass picked up by Hannah Rapp. Oh, and an offensive foul called against Hannah Rapp. Ashley Hiraki drew that foul. Looked like there was some contact. Hiraki definitely sold it. Broncos pushing it up court. There's definitely a pace of play to this Broncos offense. They seem to try to catch the Gales off. Tess Heel, tight handles, dishes it off to Laura Edmondson for the layup. She's a playmaker too, Tess Heel.
She is. 4.2 assists per game.
You can definitely see that on display. Allie Bamberger, dominant. Her opponent ended up on the floor, gets an offensive board and contact. This is just dominance.
I think that's going to be a theme tonight for Allie Bamberger here. Dominance in the paint with another offensive rebound.
Already has 9 points and 4 boards in the first quarter.
Goes to the line to shoot again.
She's on pace for a 40-point game. What do you think?
That would be a marvel.
First free throw, good. Makes the score 16-14. And if those technical fouls weren't assessed, if a technical foul wasn't assessed at the beginning of the game, this game would be tied. Second free throw falls for Ali.
The Gales only down by 1.
11 points, 4 boards in the first quarter. Broncos driving. The layup off the glass is good. Nice little finger roll. Ashley Maldonado. Clara Steele with pace, pushing it up court. Hannah Rapp driving into the lane. It was stolen by Ashley Hiraki. Broncos used the pick and roll. Rolled off to the three-point line, thought about the three, decided to drive.
Pritchard is fouled. Oh, my apologies. That was Ashley Hiraki.
Leah Hannafin checks into the game. Ashley Hiraki's first free throw, good. Crowd was doing their best to make some noise. Did not appear to phase Hiraki. McKenna Nastoro newly checked into the game. Dishes it out. Clara Steele finds Leah Hannafin in the corner. Clara Steele for 3. We'll say that touched the rim.
We'll say that.
I think it grazed. Not ready to call that an air ball yet. Unfortunate miss for the Gales. Broncos with a 5-point lead. Pick and roll at the top of the key. Mid-range. Looked nice. Did not fall. Clara Steele pushing the tempo. She's got Ali Bamberger down in the post, sealed off. McKenna Nastoro's 3 was no good. And jump ball, the possession arrow is in favor of the Broncos, so it will be their ball. Ashley Maldonado taking it up the court, dishes it off to Tess Hill. Lexi Pritchard drives in and the left-handed layup gives the Broncos another 2 points. Gales down by 7.
Addison Whedon for 3 and gets it.
The threes running the family. Casey Whedon, of course, being the WCC and the Gales all-time leader in career three-pointers. The sister
Beal for 3
of Addison. Another foul. Oh, offensive foul assessed to the Broncos. The head coaching matchup tonight, we're seeing the Gales interim head coach, Allison Fosnacht, against Bill Carr in his 7th season as the Broncos head coach. The free throw does not fall.
Rims out, very unlucky.
She does not convert the second. That was 0 for 2 from the line. That's going to hurt the Gales later on.
Heel taking the ball down the court with 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
They're still not giving her any room to figure out what she's going to do. And
offensive foul on Tess Heel, and the Gales will have the ball with 3.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
3.8 seconds. The ball does not, it does advance. Referee indicates
slightly.
Slightly. Let's see what the Gales are going to do with such little time on the clock. She's going to use the speed of Clara Steele. Half court
From half
heave.
court.
Grazed the rim. Definitely was not far from falling.
From my angle, that looked like it was about to go in. I will not lie.
So the Gales trail Santa Clara 22-18 going into the second quarter. And we'll be back with you after this. Nice to have you back again to this St. Mary's women's basketball broadcast on Stadium. While you were away, the Gales inbounded the ball and took it to the hoop, and a foul was assessed to the Broncos, which is why you see Leia Hannafin shooting her free throws, and she misses the first one. You know, AJ, it's a packed day for the St. Mary's College basketball programs. There was a game earlier that just finished right before the women's game started in Portland, where the men took on the Pilots, coming off of a loss to Loyola Marymount. The Gales were able to pull out the win, though, after leading only by 1 point at halftime. They ended up winning by, I think it was over 20.
Logan Johnson with 34 points for the Gales in that matchup.
It's a great
Such a big player.
Ali Bamberger gets the ball in the corner. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. The three is no good. Ooh, Tacey Whedon doing her best to get that offensive rebound.
It looks like she fouls Lexi Pritchard.
A little bit overzealous. Gales only down by 3. The men's team is ranked 15th in the nation right now. So this last win against Portland was a big one for them, especially coming off that loss against Loyola. Ali Bamberger with the board. Clara Steele bringing it up the court, pushing the pace. Finds Tacey Whedon. Oh, and another errant pass by the Gales.
Bamberger was not looking for the ball there and was caught off guard.
Clara Steele assessing the court. Ali Bamberger, Clara rejects the screen, finds Tacey across court. A little bit of a short pass. Tacey Whedon recovers it, dribbles in, and misses the mid-range. Again, the Broncos pushing the pace, trying to not let the St. Mary's defense set. Tess Hill uses the screen, thinks about the mid-range. Ashley Maldonado kicks it out to the corner, and the three by Olivia Pollard is good. Pollard now has 6 points. Ooh, and then she comes back down the floor on defense and fouls Allie Bamberger as she was posting her up. I think that's Pollard's second.
Hannah Rapp and Taylor Dalton check in for the Gales.
And Pollard goes to sit on the bench for the Broncos. Early foul trouble here for the Broncos big. Taylor Dalton inbounding the ball for the Gales. Hannah Rapp left drives to the left and is assessed the offensive foul. The referee says that she extended her arm on the drive, which is illegal in the sport of basketball, AJ.
That is.
I can see where the ref thought that. I don't think it takes the Broncos any more than 2 seconds to get that ball up the court. That pace is still at a high, set high. Possibly a game plan. Travel, Tess Hill travels on the drive. That pivot foot did not look to be set all the way.
That contact shook her up there, and she lifted her foot.
Yeah, the Gales' help defense was great, responding to that drive. Leah Hannafin hands it off to Taylor Dalton, who finds Tacey Whedon in the corner. Can she hit it? She did.
Got it.
Great three for Tacey Whedon. Let's see it. Oh, and a steal by Claire. Steele steals the ball. And the Gales come
Whedon
back down.
for three.
Whedon
Got
with
it.
another three.
Another one.
2 quick threes for the Gales. They're back in the game.
Tied up, 25 apiece.
2 great-looking threes by Tacey Whedon. Feet set, great elevation. Release was perfect. Stole the ball. Finds Tacey Whedon again for another three.
And a charge on, did you see who that was?
I did not. I was too busy just reveling in Tacey Whedon's threes.
Looks like it was Ashley Hiraki.
Hiraki assessed the charge. Great momentum here for the Gales. Let's see if they can build off of it. You can see Allie Bamberger is looking for that ball in the post every single time they come down this court. It's a great option to have for the Gales. Not to mention her being able to space the court with the three. She's already made one in the game. Mismatch in the post. Allie Bamberger calling for it. Dishes it off to Claire Steele. What a find!
And one.
Claire Steele with the left-hand layup with contact, draws the foul, and one coming up. The Gales are in stride. What do you think of this performance so far, AJ?
As I said early, dominance from Allie Bamberger. Displaying range from the three-point line.
It's amazing.
Getting all these boards and able to distribute the ball, too, for such a great play that brings Claire Steele to the line.
She has so many assets that are just always on display on the floor. She's got the strength down low. She's got that rebounding knowledge. She's got the three. She's got the playmaking. She's got the defense. She controls the paint. Key player for the Gales. Oh! Looks as though Claire Steele was a little bit strong running into that screen set by the Broncos. Foul will be assessed to her. And a three is no good for the Broncos. Could not control the offensive rebound. Claire Steele brings it up the court, finds Tacey Whedon. Tacey Whedon passes it out. Oh. Taylor Dalton drives into the paint, draws a foul. Will be shooting 2. Gales have a 3-point lead. 5:52 left in the second. Taylor Dalton's on the line shooting 2. First one falls, 4-point lead.
Drops them both. Broncos advance the ball up the court.
Stolen by Taylor Dalton, dribbles it down the court. She is leading this fast break. One-woman show, Taylor Dalton. Stole the ball, dribbled it all the way down, finished against 3 Bronco defenders. Great play. The Gales extend their lead. Broncos using that pick and roll offense very often, as it happens again. Oh, wild layup there.
Able to draw the foul there.
The Broncos drew in that offensive rebound. Clara Edmondson will be shooting 2. Allison Fosnacht is debating with the referee on the sideline. She believes that that was good defense. And I can see where she thought that. The hands were straight up. It appeared that they established position already in the paint, but the refs thought otherwise. The Gales playing with energy. Ali Bamberger perpetually posted up down low. Gets the ball, looks like she has a mismatch. Rolls around and finishes it. There is no woman on the Broncos roster that appears to be able to stop Ali Bamberger. Broncos swinging it around, trying to find an option, but the Gales defense looks to be good. And that 3, not a great looking 3 for the Broncos. Timeout on the floor. Well, St. Mary's leads 34-28. They look like they have momentum in the game. It's been a great game so far, AJ. And we will be joining you back on this St. Mary's basketball broadcast on Stadium after this. Good to have you back with us in Moraga, watching the game. It's been a great game so far. The Gales are continuing on their momentum, looking to extend this lead. Kirasome dribbling along the arc. Casey Whedon thought about a three, pump fakes. She loses the ball, able to, oh, and she loses it.
Dispossessed by the Broncos there.
Ooh, and an errant pass. First errant pass there by the Broncos. Gales have had a couple of them. Broncos look to be a little bit rattled. Kirasome assessing the defense. Looks as though she might have traveled, yeah. I think she tried to change her pivot foot one too many times, and she acknowledges it. Ashley Maldonado dribbling around, finds the open lane. Nice little finger roll off the glass for two. Kirasome right back, brings it right back down the other end. Ali Bamberger again with a dish to Kirasome, wild layup. Made contact with the glass. Bamberger looked like she was trying to bring that down, but the Broncos were preventing her from it. And in that prevention, they deflected it out of bounds. So Gales ball on the baseline.
Mistora and Steele check in for the Gales.
Mistora inbounding the ball. Claire Steele calling for it. Claire Steele finds Ali Bamberger in the corner. Dishes it cross court. Kayla Dalton uses the screen, finds, looking for Ali. Ali, deep three, air ball. It did not hit the rim, so the shot clock could not reset. Looked like the Gales wanted to dribble it out there after the offensive board, but shot clock said otherwise, had other plans. Shot clock violation. Ashley Maldonado uses the screen. Claire still tried to go over that. Ooh. And a three for the Broncos. Maria Hudgens. Mariah Hutchins. Apologies. Claire still taking it down. What?
It's a drop.
A layup off the glass. A little bit of English on that. Nowhere near the box on the backboard. Was able to get it to fall. Again, pick and roll offense for the Broncos. The floater a little strong off the backboard. Ref says that Addison Whedon touched it last. It will be Broncos ball on the baseline. Broncos inbounding set piece was disrupted by Claire Steele as she dribbles it down the court, finds Ali Bamberger in the post yet again. Ali Bamberger goes to work, dishes it out to Addison Whedon. Could not convert the three. Ooh. A foul assessed to the Gales, a push-off.
Interesting call there.
Are we in the bonus? 1-1. Yeah, it looks like the Broncos will be shooting 1-1 on the free throw line. The Gales kind of got up out of that heap, looking surprised, indicating that they do not believe that they committed a foul.
Pritchard goes to the line.
Nevertheless, Lexi Pritchard will be facing this 1-on-1. It's fitting. The number's 11. First free throw too strong, off the back iron, rattled around the rim before popping out. I thought it was 1-on-1.
I did too.
I guess we're in double bonus. Second free throw good. The Gales still lead by 2 points, 36-34 with 2:13 left in the second half. Claire Steele finds Addison Whedon. Addison Whedon calling a play. Dishes it to Allie Bamberger.
The store for three.
Just a little bit off. Broncos push it with pace. Ooh, looked as though that might have been a carry. Broncos go high up off the screen. The three no good. Another pick and roll. Broncos almost lose it on the drive. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Broncos better do something with it quick, and they decide to take a deep three. Difficult.
These hurried threes in this matchup have not proven to pay out.
They do not have that range extender. Claire Steele dishes it to Addison Whedon. Allie Bamberger calling for it in the post. She wants that ball. Claire Steele in the corner facing a double team.
Whedon for three.
Whedon for three.
Got it.
That three falls for Tacey Whedon. That is her third three of the game. She's got 9 points. Such a great looking shot. Ooh. Ref says that Claire Steele fell and tripped up the Broncos on the drive.
Kira Suomi checks in for Claire Steele. One of 7 Australian players in this matchup today.
Yeah, we were speaking about that before the game. You know, St. Mary's is known for having that established Australian pipeline. A lot of recruitment going on down under for the Gales. It was established by Randy Bennett quite a while ago for the men's basketball program, and it's kind of flooded into other programs as well. The Gales have 3 Australians on the team and 2 New Zealanders. The Broncos actually have more Australians. They have 4 on their team.
As Kira Suomi knocks down a 3.
Kira Suomi, great 3. One of those 3 Australians for the Gales. Kira Suomi playing high up on the court. She doesn't want to give the Broncos any opportunity to think about setting an offense. Pick and roll comes. The 3 is short. May have had a piece of it taken out of it by Allie Bamberger.
That was great defense there.
Convincing half for the Gales. They're up 8 right now, 42-34. Great performances by the star players, Allie Bamberger and Tacey Whedon. The 3s are falling. The defense is there. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now out of the Gales.
Absolutely, John. What a dominant game for the Gales.
We will be back with you during halftime to speak a little bit more about the game, but it'll be right after this commercial break. You're watching St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. Joining back with you courtside is myself, John Duncan, with
AJ.
AJ. We have witnessed a pretty good half of basketball by the Gales. Their lead this game, they have an 8-point lead in this game at halftime. They started out with a 2-point deficit assessed because Claire Steele has the wrong number on her jersey. So there's an immediate technical foul to start the game. Those 2 free throws drop, and then the jump happened. So the Gales, they did have a deficit. Wasn't very much, but it was a deficit to crawl out of. Santa Clara started strong early. They maintained a lead throughout most of the first quarter. And then the second quarter was really when the Gales found their stride. It was, I think, a big part of that was the dominance in the paint by Ali Bamberger. You know, it's just kind of all reliable. You just keep going down there, get some points, get some good offensive possessions. And then you have Tacey Whedon that comes in and hits just whatever she puts up. Whatever attempt she puts up from behind the arc, it has a really good chance of going down. And she made 3 of them in the first half. So anytime you have that, you have the defensive performances by Claire Steele and Taylor Dalton. They had 2 steals that resulted in 2 fast break layups. So really, it's just that tempo that we saw increase by the Gales. Santa Clara's been attacking them pretty quickly. Like we were talking about, their pace of play is really high. But yeah, I think the Gales have been resilient. They've been sticking to their game, and they've come out strong.
Absolutely. You know, going into this matchup, we knew it would be a tough one for both teams. As the Broncos are currently 5-8 in conference, and the Gales are 5-9. And
pretty similar records.
Yeah. And as you were saying, with the Broncos' pace of play and the Gales' domination in the paint, it's been a tough and high-scoring match for both teams.
Yeah, it is fairly high scoring. We're on pace for the Gales to have 84 points in a game. That's pretty high scoring. Yeah, we'll speak a little bit about Ali Bamberger for a second. She's averaging on the season 14 points a game. She's got 8.3 rebounds per game. She had that one performance earlier on in the season where she dropped, what was it, like 23 points and 24 rebounds.
Wow.
So you know she's capable of a lot of things. And she just continues to prove it year in and year out for the Gales. She's been a face in this program for a while. And yeah, she's definitely proven that she's still a factor in this game.
Absolutely. With her range from 3, with I believe leading the game in rebounds and domination in the paint.
Yeah, yes. Tacey Whedon also. If you're at all familiar with the Gales women's basketball program, you know who Ali Bamberger and Tacey Whedon are. Tacey Whedon has been here for, I think it's been 5. This is her 5th year, yeah. And
I believe so.
She, like I said earlier in the game, she leads the WCC and the Gales programs in three-pointers, career three-pointers made. She has the record for most three-pointers in a season for the Gales. She's broken her own record in that category already before. So she's dominant offensive player. She puts in the effort on defense. Anytime you have 2 players of that caliber on your team, you know that you have a shot in every game.
Of course. And with Tacey's experience on the Gales, really proves to be almost a role model for some of the younger players on the team.
You can definitely see her leading by example. I mean, her younger sister joined her on the Gales program. Referring to Addison Whedon, of course. But yeah, Tacey is second on the team with 12.8 points per game. She is, yeah, she's just a great player. She's averaging 39% from 3. And yeah, we will be back with you after this halftime break. You're watching St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. Happy to have you back with us during halftime. We're sitting courtside right now, listening to the St. Mary's sports band playing in the background. Sweet Caroline, one of the classics that they return to very often. Let's talk about the Gales' season so far, AJ. I said earlier in the broadcast, the Gales were coming into this game. 6 out of their 7 last games have been losses. Their only win in that stretch of games has come against Pepperdine. They beat them 62-55 February 2nd. But since then, they lost to University of San Francisco on the 9th. They lost to Loyola Marymount on the 4th. They lost to San Diego January 28th. They lost to BYU, they lost to Gonzaga, and they lost to Portland. They have a similar conference record to Santa Clara. Santa Clara's had a little bit more success in their recent stretch of games. I think they've won 4 out of their last 7. But it seems like it's just been a tough season for the Gales. They started out the season fairly strong in non-conference play, but once it got to conference play, that's whenever you saw the Gales starting to drop some games into the loss column.
Yeah, it's going to be a big turnaround game for the Gales here. A win here could shift some momentum, especially going into the WCC tournament in early March. It could push the Gales very far in the tournament.
Yeah, and Gonzaga is ranked nationally right now. They're number 23 in the nation, so you have that caliber of a team in your conference. It's difficult to find wins against them, so you have to assume that you're dropping losses there. And then you really just have to really just try to get the wins that you're supposed to. And I think that the Gales are really looking to do that tonight. You've seen them, well, like we talked about earlier, they've had a pretty convincing game so far. They have an 8-point lead. And the next time AJ and I will be talking with you will be game time. So we'll have you back in a moment. Welcome back to the beautiful Moraga inside the University Credit Union Pavilion. We have the second half coming back to you with the matchup between Santa Clara and St. Mary's. In about 5 seconds, this buzzer will sound, indicating the start of the second half.
The Gales coming off great momentum in the first half. Dominant play from Bamberger and Whedon. If that can continue, the Gales will have smooth sailing to win this match.
Before we were interrupted by commercial last time, we were talking about the Gales' season so far. I was struggling to find in my notes the WCC standings, but we have them now. St. Mary's is currently second to last, or third to last in the WCC,
place.
and Santa Clara is right above them. Tess Heal's three was a little bit off. Offensive rebound, though, but for the Broncos. You have dominant performances by, as bodies fall to the floor. Hannah Rapp trying to disrupt as best she can the Santa Clara offense, and it looks as though she succeeded as a foul was assessed. Or was it a foul or was it out of bounds? It's my mistake.
I believe it was a foul.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, looks as though the shot clock never started. The refs are always very good about knowing the times and whether or not the shot clock has started. We're trying to fix this right now at the scoring table. We're getting back to the WCC conference. Portland and Gonzaga are each 12-1 in conference play. Gonzaga's 22-3, Portland's 18-6. Gonzaga is currently ranked 23rd in the nation. Portland is on a 6-game win streak. And then you have San Diego at 8-5, BYU at 7-6, San Francisco at 6-7. Foul given to the Broncos as the Gales are posting up down low. Looks as though it's a shooting foul.
Leah Hannafin steps to the line to shoot two.
San Francisco at 6-7, Pacific at 6-8. Santa Clara 5-8, and then the Gales right behind them at 5-9. Then you have LMU and Pepperdine each at the bottom, both with a record of 3-11 in conference play. Leah Hannafin sinks both. The Gales have a double-digit lead now in the game. Santa Clara.
Largest lead for the Gales.
Largest lead.
Match.
Of any team, yeah?
Yeah.
Tess Hill looks as though she might have had some contact on that drive. Does not appear to phase her as she converts the layup. Hill been relatively quiet with only 5 points on the night. And the complete opposite of quiet, Allie Bamberger sinks another close range two. But yeah, Tess Hill has been quiet. You were talking about her earlier, AJ. She was who you were watching coming into this game.
Freshman guard, averaging 16.7 points per game. And it looks like in this match she's currently at 7 points.
10 points. She's just sunk that three. She was listening to us talk about it.
Oh, wow.
She has both of the last baskets for the Broncos. 5 points in the half. Hannah Rapp taking the drive, dishes it out to Clara Steele. Leah Hannafin gives it to Allie Bamberger, gives it back to Leah. The three.
Rapp for three.
Hannah Rapp
got it.
Is good. Great ball movement. Great offense by the Gales. It's hard to believe that this team that we are watching right now is 5-9 in conference play.
It really is.
And have dropped 6 of their last 7 games. Because they look good right now. The three from Santa Clara is a little bit off, a little bit strong. Clara Steele advances the ball past half court, looking for an option, finds Tacey Whedon. Tacey Whedon assessing the offense. Clara Steele in the corner. Passes it to Leah Hannafin. Leah Hannafin, ooh, with a mean crossover.
Draws the foul and one. What a play.
Beautiful ball handling there. That was amazing, AJ. She appeared that she was going right. The defender was ready to meet her, thought that she had her closed off, and then she hit her with that mean little crossover. Leaves the defender in the dust.
What a quality play.
Is met by the forward at the rim. Falling away, is able to finish the bucket. I could never.
Just to display the level of skill here.
Oh, and she couldn't finish the N1. No.
Oh, I thought Bamberger got the offensive rebound there.
You and me both.
Not able to hold on to it.
Just drops right off of her foot. Unfortunate. Because that would have been the perfect end. That N1. Whew. One of the best plays I've seen tonight. Santa Clara doing their best to find an open lane. Oh, you're not going to get back into the game when you have play around the rim like that, but they're able to find the offensive rebound and convert on the second chance. Ali Bamberger, ooh, finds Tacey Whedon. Tacey Whedon quick to the basket. Oh, a little strong off the glass. She's asking for a foul. The refs thought otherwise. Is that Maldonado's three? No good.
Offensive rebound by Ashley Hiraki there.
Olivia Pollard, good little mid-range jumper. Converts it for the Broncos. Leia Hannafin turning around, finding the cutting Tacey Whedon.
Another and one for the Gales. You
Looking
know, it's
like
really starting to get louder and louder here in the University Credit Union Pavilion.
Say what you will about the attendance. This crowd is loud. Tacey Whedon, she caught her defender lacking. Beelined it to the hoop. Leia Hannafin saw the entire thing happening. I didn't see it happening. Leia Hannafin did. And that's how you convert an and one, Tacey Whedon says. Tess Hill looking to respond. That was the matchup we were looking at, the scoring matchup at least. They're not guarding each other. Tess Hill versus Tacey Whedon as Tacey fights over the screen. Olivia Pollard dishes it in to Ashley Hiraki, who's fouled.
Able to draw the foul there with the pump fake.
Leia Hannafin not very happy about that call. Substitution for the Broncos. Laura Edmondson checks in for Olivia Pollard. And Hannah Rapp checks in for Leia Hannafin. Leia Hannafin having a good start to the second half. Had a nice little assist in a potential and one situation. All but the free throw. Ashley Hiraki at the line shooting two. The refs look like they're trying to discuss something. Is it a problem with the clock?
I'm not sure, John. I have absolutely no idea.
One of the refs makes their way over to the scores table. I think it is about the clock. They keep pointing to it, so I'm just going to assume at this point.
It's a big chance for Santa Clara to earn some more points after this dominant Gales run.
Everyone counts at this point. Both teams understand that. You will not see them at any point during the rest of the game laying off the gas pedal. Down and out for her first free throw. Ashley Hiraki wishing she could have that one back. Facing the second one, it's away and good. Claire Steele being met full court by Tess Hill. It's a foul given to the Broncos. Like they got a little aggressive in the low post.
On Laura Edmondson there, it appears she pushed Bamberger in the paint.
I don't blame her. Yeah. At this point, they got to try everything they can to stop Ali Bamberger, which I don't think any of it will work. So Ali Bamberger, the Gales in the bonus now. First free throw.
Unlucky there.
Touched every part of the hoop but the net. Can she convert the second one? She cannot. Left it short off the front of the rim. Tess Hill responds with a quick pace, trying to drive to the hoop, met by Taylor Dalton. Taylor Dalton gave her a little shoulder on her way to the hoop, letting her know nothing will come easy. Tess Hill will be taken out on the baseline after that foul. On the floor, not shooting. Ooh, great post play.
Hiraki gets that to drop.
Ashley Hiraki identified the mismatch and went to work down low. Hannah Rapp, quick drive. Switched it up. Kira Some looking for an option. Kira Some passes it off to Aspen Garrison, and she traveled. Too many steps.
Another case where that contact is just able to lift that pivot foot.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a few times tonight.
We have.
I think that's a testament to the defense that's being played. Very strong, very physical. Lots of fouls on the way to the, ooh, speaking of fouls on the way to the rim. I kind of spoke that one into fruition. Tess Hill with her 12th point, looking to get her 13th.
And Kirasomi takes the ball down the court for the Gales.
Aspen Garrison fouled, push from behind.
She's going to step to the line again.
Yeah. There's no shortage of fouls so far, AJ.
Absolutely.
Physical game. St. Mary's trying to keep their lead, which they appear to be struggling to do so. That lead was once at 10. It's down to 5.
You know, such a player like Bamberger in the paint for the Gales, you almost have to be very physical.
Another missed free throw. Free throws seem to be hurting the Gales so far. They've missed 7. They're 13 for 20.
Wow.
That is not a good percentage. Tess Hill building on this momentum for the Broncos. Takes Hannah Rapp to the rim. No, she pulled a mid-range instead. Left it short. Kira Some pushing the pace. Two-woman game for the Gales happening in the corner between McKenna Mastora and Kira Some. Rejects the screen, takes it to the rim.
Gets it to drop. What a move there.
A little scoop shot with the right hand by Jade Kirasami. Nice little play. She rejected that screen, had her defender thinking she was going to use it, got lost in it, had an easy lane to the hoop. Tess Hill penetrates and dishes it out. 3 no good. Offensive rebound falls to the Broncos. Tess Hill calls a play from the top, from the logo. Can't she execute it? Decides the screen to the left, takes it to the hole. Ref calls a foul on the floor. Tess Hill not happy about that. She thought it should have been an and one. Timeout on the court. The Gales still have a lead. It's 8 points, not 10, but they still have a lead. We'll see if they can hold it. Coming back after this, you're watching St. Mary's basketball on Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this broadcast of St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. Gales currently at 57, Broncos at 49. Tess Heel here in the paint. Dispossessed, and it will stay with the Broncos at the baseline. Hiraki here draws the foul, not able to get the layup to drop though, and she will be headed to the line to shoot 2. As John was saying earlier, not a shortage of fouls.
There is definitely not a shortage of fouls. This quarter, we've already had 10 fouls combined between the two teams. Olivia Pollard with 3 fouls as of right now. She appears to be leading both teams.
And that's another one.
Ashley Hiraki.
For, was that Pollard?
No, that was, oh. Yeah, it was. Olivia Pollard with 4.
And Bamberger steps to the line once again.
It's not good news for the Broncos. Olivia Pollard is pretty essential to their operations.
Gale's still having trouble getting free throws to drop here, especially in the second half.
Olivia Pollard averages 10 points a game and 4 boards. Looks like she's approaching that average. The coach is going to keep her in the game, though. Not phased. Oh, looks like the subs got a little bit late to the scorers table, so Olivia's going to have to play with those fouls.
Another missed free throw for the Gales there.
14
That can hurt in the long run.
14 for 23. That's how you don't close out games. Tess Heel.
Great move by Heel there. Unable to find the basket, though.
Tess Heel seems to be finding whatever she wants to find on the offensive end so far.
She seems to be that player that the Broncos always look to find.
She definitely is their main offensive weapon. Facilitating, driving, kicking. First free throw's good.
Offensive rebound for the Broncos. Tess Heel drives. Another foul assessed to the Gales here. As Claire Steele and Leah Hannafin check in for the Gales. The foul there was on Allie Bamberger. Her first of the game.
Pretty good when you have a center that does not find herself in foul trouble. Because typically, you know, that position is working down in the paint, and that's where all the drives on the offensive end typically end at the hook, at the rim. And it's the center's responsibility to either contest those or guard. Oh, and an errant pass there by Bamberger. Or guard the dish, watch the dish pass to her woman.
The Broncos have whittled this lead down to only 3. These free throws have been brutal for the Gales as they are having trouble completing them, and the Broncos finding ease.
Oh, wide open 3 there for the Broncos.
Offensive rebound for Tess Heel there. She drives in.
Oh no.
Not able to get it, but another offensive rebound.
Wow.
And a bucket drops there for Laura Edmondson. Gales only with a 1-point lead here. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Allie Bamberger knows she has the mismatch. Oh, and it's just too easy. Fundamental. Santa Clara tries to penetrate, finds, oh.
Is
Foul
that
down low.
another foul on Bamberger? It is.
2 quick fouls.
And Bamberger will be subbed off.
Give her a rest before the fourth quarter starts.
So another free throw drops for the Broncos. Laura Edmondson at the line. Gets them both.
The ball is in Clara Steele's hands. She's trying to navigate her team to extending this 1-point lead. Without Allie Bamberger on the floor, not able to find a layup. Ooh. Looks like the ref decided that the Santa Clara Lexi Pritchard lost the ball instead of carrying. Lexi kind of smiled and laughed that one off.
A lot of calls for a carry out in the stands. As Laura Edmondson is fouled, does not get the bucket to drop, she'll be shooting 2.
Leah Hannafin goes up to the ref and asked her, what was that? Referring to Lexi Pritchard's little mishap taking the ball down the court.
Almost unfolded right in front of us as we're
did.
sitting on the side of the court.
You could see her eyes as soon as that ball, she lost control, it went over her head. She kind of, her eyes got really big and started to smile.
And we're all tied up.
That's how you make free throws, AJ.
Really proven to be a big part of the game. Still a minute and a half left with these teams in the bonus. And Santa Clara has their first lead for quite a while.
These two teams are battling. Santa Clara has controlled this third quarter. As the SMC chants rain down from the stands, Casey Whedon finds the player down low, spinning around, loses the ball. Oh!
Gales keep possession.
Body on the floor, she loses it, she
Whedon,
heaves
deep
it.
3, unable to find the rim, and it will be a shot clock violation.
Casey
on the
Whedon
Gales.
heaves that ball up on a prayer as the shot clock expired. There was no chance that ball was ever getting close to the rim. Good defense by Santa Clara. Tess Heel trying to work this offense. Deflection by Leah Hannafin.
Lexi Pritchard to inbound the ball for the Broncos.
Tess Heel assessing the defense. Takes the screen. Finds her woman in the corner for 3, no good. Claire still pushing the tempo. Claire still has a very tight handle on that ball. She navigates the defense really well. Great facilitator.
Whedon with the mid-range. Got it.
It is pure. That brings Casey Whedon's total up to 14, right at her season average. The Broncos were not able to get their last possession to end in points. St. Mary's leads the Broncos 61-60 as of right now. We're entering the fourth quarter. The Broncos really did their best to get back into this game, and it succeeded. So we'll see how this fourth quarter plays out. High stakes, high effort. We have ourselves a classic in Moraga. You're watching St. Mary's Basketball Stadium. Welcome back to Moraga, California. You're watching Claire Steele convert her first free throw after being fouled on a drive to the rim. She found a loose ball and said, "Oh, I'll take this. I know what to do with it." Put it up to the rim. Did not fall, but she got the foul. She sinks both of her free throws. Great for the Gales. Always love when you see 2 free throws fall, huh, AJ?
Absolutely, and especially for the Gales in such a matchup like this, they're really going to need those free throws to drop in order to keep this game in their hands. Tess Heel drives, spin move, and gets it to drop.
Wow. Tess Heel was on the tear. First, Allie Bamberger says it's just too easy. I think she's got 19. Oh, and the Gales were not able to stop that little dish pass there. Claire Steele finds Allie Bamberger on the post. Allie Bamberger kicks it out to Tacey Whedon. Oh, and Tacey Whedon drives to the hoop. A little bit of contact. Refs did not think it was a foul. Tacey Whedon does her best to get back up and down the court as Santa Clara gets into their offense, listening to the directions from their coach. Leah Hannafin capitalizes on the distraction provided by Santa Clara's coach. You saw Santa Clara, their coach, start yelling something, and all players turned and looked. And at that moment, Leah Hannafin knew she had an opportunity on her hands. Went and pressured the ball handler. The ball handler panicked, and the Gales were able to force a turnover.
It's a big turnover for the Gales. They can score on this possession. Bamberger for 3.
Taylor Dalton gives it off, tries to get the offensive rebound, did not work. Gales still with the 1-point lead, 65-64 with 8.5 minutes left.
Pritchard drives in, got it. And Santa Clara is leading St. Mary's 66-65.
Tacey Whedon did not have time to get a set position on that. All she could do was put her hands up and pray. Oh. Taylor Dalton.
Offensive rebound by Bamberger.
Leah Hannafin not able to sink the 3. Taylor Dalton, though, on that last possession, shrugged off her defender. I think she just said weight room.
She really did.
Stacey Whedon
Great
was able to
defense.
find position on that defensive play. She's calling for the ball now in the corner. Clara Steele dishes it off to Taylor Dalton. Stacey Whedon in the corner.
Got
She
it.
sinks it. AJ, we watched that entire play happen. Stacey Whedon on the defensive end, great defense. Was able to force a miss. Running down the court, calling for the ball, goes to her position, gets it, immediately puts it up, sinks the shot, and there she is again with the offensive rebound. That was beautiful.
The Broncos tried to return with another 3 and unsuccessfully did so. It's tipped out by the Broncos.
Deflected. Gales now have a 2-point lead, thanks to that last 3 by Stacey Whedon. Whedon with 17 now. Clara Steele gives it to Bamberger on the corner of the elbow. And Taylor Dalton is fouled on her drive to the hoop.
By Olivia Pollard.
Olivia Pollard does not look like she agrees
That
with
is
that
her
call.
5th foul of the match.
And it looks as though Olivia Pollard's night is over with her 5th foul. She's on the bench claiming that she did not commit that last foul to her teammates.
Santa Clara has lost their big presence in the paint here. And this could be a huge turn for the Gales.
We were talking about it earlier, but Tess Hill and Olivia Pollard were both stars of the game in their last matchup against the University of Pacific. They both had over 20 points. Looks as though it might be a jersey issue or an injury.
It's unclear from where we are here. But
can't really tell.
Taylor Dalton appears to be speaking with the trainer.
The trainer looks like they're assessing her wrist. Looks like they're wrapping her wrist up. Maybe there's a little bit of a cut.
Potentially. But she steps to the line.
See if she's fazed by this tape around her wrist. She's not.
Not at all.
Tess Hill is navigating the offense. Ooh.
Great defense by Bamberger there.
That was a high-intensity play at the hoop. Santa Clara were not able to convert it for points. A lot of effort, though. There's a lot of effort in that last offensive possession for the Broncos. Stacey Whedon passes it off to Leah Hannafin. Leah Hannafin, looking at the screen, rejects it, takes into the lane, kicks it out to Taylor Dalton. Taylor Dalton with the tape on her wrist, could not sink it, but offensive rebound by Allie Bamberger. Could it be Taylor Dalton for 3?
Got it from the corner.
The second time around is good.
And the Gales' lead is extended to 7, and a timeout is called by the Broncos.
It may have not fallen the first shot for Taylor Dalton, but it fell for the second shot in the same possession. Great offensive rebound by Allie Bamberger. The Gales are still in the lead. They have a 7-point lead with 5:50 left in the game. We'll be back to you with more St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. Welcome back to Moraga, California on this Saturday evening, where we are watching and chopping it up with you courtside. Santa Clara and St. Mary's. Santa Clara not able to score on their last offensive possession. St. Mary's in the lead by 7 points with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That pass was rejected by the Santa Clara defense, intended for Ali Bamberger. Oh, the Santa Clara three in the corner was just called for an and one. That's a potential 4-point play for the Broncos.
Jade Kadi for Santa Clara. Shoots the three. Appears to have gotten tapped by Tacey Whedon there.
Jade Cuddy. Oh, she could not convert the 4-point play. That would have been impressive. I mean, it was impressive enough for her to finish and get the three with contact. Ali Bamberger gets it on the corner. I don't know about that one, AJ. Ali Bamberger seemed to be just posting up, and it just appeared to be pure strength against a defender who didn't seem like she was ready for the contact. The ref seemed to take pity on the Santa Clara defense, though, in that situation, and called an offensive foul on Ali Bamberger. That lead was just cut by that three, but thankfully for the Gales, it was not a 4-point play. We have 5 minutes left in the fourth. Stick around. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. You're watching St. Mary's basketball on Stadium. Hope you had a good break, because we have more St. Mary's basketball. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Santa Clara looking to find the open woman. Tess Heel driving on Taylor Dalton, but could not finish. Taylor Dalton is just a strong defender. She does not give any extra room. It does not concede any space.
Bamberger with her 10th rebound of the game. Just there.
Taylor Dalton kicks it out to Hannah Rapp. Hannah Rapp drives to the paint. A little bit of a wild shot, but what a rebound by Ali Bamberger. Muscles it out of the hands of two Santa Clara defenders. Oh.
Claire Steele is able to draw the foul, and she'll be going to the line to shoot two for the Gales.
The ref indicated it was a blocking foul for the Broncos.
Here's Steele at the line. Not able to get the first of 2 to drop. She'll get a second chance to extend the Gales' lead to 5. Not able to get that one either. And the Broncos advance down the court. Tess Heel almost made that look easy, but could not finish there.
Tess Heel observably upset after that last drive, not being able to convert the layup.
And an easy pass to Hannah Rapp there for a nice layup.
Open layup for the Gales.
Foul called on Allie Bamberger there. And Mariah Hudgens steps to the line to shoot 2.
Allie Bamberger currently leads all scorers with 19 total points. Tacey Whedon close behind her with 17 points. Tacey is 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. Allie Bamberger 1 for 4 from 3. Hannah Rapp and Jade Kurosami both have made their only 3 that they've put up. Good performances by the star duo for the Gales.
Whedon for 3.
Oh. What
Offensive rebound by Hannah Rapp there. She puts it back to extend the Gales' lead to 6 with only 3.5 minutes remaining in the last quarter.
That was great, much needed. Good defensive rebound for the Gales. Clara Steele advancing it up past half court. Finds Hannah Rapp in the corner. Gales swinging the ball around the 3-point line. Lots of ball movement. That ball is not staying in the same place for very long. Taylor Dalton rejects the screen, takes it, to the hoop, and a mean rejection.
Rejected by Mariah Hudgens.
Mariah Hutchins sent that one back with a vengeance.
Gales still have the ball, though, with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. What can they do with this?
Inbounding set piece. What a first step by Taylor Dalton.
But an offensive rebound by Leah Hannafin.
And a timeout on the floor. The Gales still hold their lead. It stands at 6 points right now, 2:46 left in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can finish it out, AJ. What are you thinking?
It's still anyone's game. I mean, this one might come down to free throws, and the way it's been looking, the Gales have not been able to knock down free throws, so they have to be consistent in their scoring here in this last 2.5 minutes to keep the Broncos away from getting into foul territory.
I agree. It's going to be interesting to see the game plan from this point forward. Are you going to be still pushing the tempo? Or are you going to be trying to save or run some time off the clock? How are you going to manage this Tess Heel constantly driving in on the defensive end? You got to be aware of all the kickouts. You got to be aware of the people on the perimeter. You got to be aware of the cutters. I think the Gales are perfectly capable. I think it's just a matter of execution, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
AJ. Gales head coach calling for a foul right now on the defense. She thinks that there might have been some hip checking involved.
Knocked out of bounds there. The Gales have 8 seconds left on the shot clock to do something with this possession.
Allison Fosnacht calling the play from the bench. Inbounding play. Let's see what the Gales do with it. Oh, and Leah Hannafin was wide open.
Textbook play there, able to draw 2 defenders in and slip the ball through for an easy layup.
The crowd really getting into it as the final 2 minutes start.
Rejected by Leah Hannafin, but the referees have called a foul?
Wow.
I can't believe it.
That is an interesting call made there by the baseline referee. It looks from our perspective that Leah Hannafin may have gotten ball on that shot, but we obviously weren't as close as the baseline referee.
Lexi Pritchard steps up to shoot 2 for the Broncos.
The Gales lead stands at 8. Apologies. Lexi Pritchard's first free throw is good. Lexi Pritchard now has in double digits. She's got 10 points.
And they both drop. Broncos here running a full court press on the Gales.
What a pass by Hannah Rapp. Clara Steele, was able to get to it somewhat. Was met by a Santa Clara defender, and the ref is saying that the ball was last touched by the Broncos.
Appears it went off of, didn't see who, but it went off of their leg, and it is the Gales' ball.
Santa Clara looks locked in on defense. See if they can stand strong. Hannah Rapp kicks it out. Claire Steele stops and starts very easily. Finds Ali Bamberger at the top. Ali Bamberger's possession was robbed. Fumbled it. Leah Hannafin with the cuts of the hoop was found, and she converted that layup. It is getting loud in here. Turnover by Santa Clara. Ali Bamberger comes up with the loose ball, and Tess Heel has no choice but to foul to stop the fast break transition.
Claire Steele will step to the line to extend the Gales' lead even further with only a minute and a half remaining.
They didn't have a foul to give, so it looks like they're shooting. Oh, it's a...
Oh, I believe it's a technical foul.
They assessed a technical foul.
Whedon steps up.
Maybe a little bit of over-aggression by Tess Hill. You could definitely tell she was upset after that last possession, but in the turnover. She wanted to make a statement, and it looks like she did. Casey Whedon only be able to get one of those two to fall.
And Leah Hannafin to inbound the ball for the Gales. Finds Hannah Rapp.
It was good defense there for Santa Clara on the inbound.
Was.
They definitely still have the intensity left in them. And Claire Steele loses Tess Hill.
I know she thought about the 3 there.
Yeah, that would have been dirty if she hit that.
You have to remain composed with such little time left on the clock. Bamberger for 3.
The bench stands up. Not able to convert.
Important possession for the Gales here.
They're able to get the inbound into Tacey Whedon, and there's a foul called. I don't know if that was the best decision there by the Broncos. It looked like they had Tacey Whedon pretty trapped over there in the corner on the opposite end of the court. Still needed to get it past half court. They had that advantage.
Gales are now in the bonus, though, so Tacey Whedon will be stepping to the line.
Nevertheless, they did choose to foul.
I mean, at this stage of the game, it's all you can do. When you're down by 7 points with less than a minute remaining.
Yeah, it's a really complex strategy, too. It can decide the ends of games, how you manage your late game situations.
And at this point in the match, it is critical for the Gales to be able to knock down some free throws.
7 points seems like a lot, but a couple of threes in this game is looking different. And in college basketball, you know as well as I do that anything can happen. Especially with a player like Tess Hill.
Drives in.
Ooh. Met with contact. Leah Hannafin again contesting the official's call.
Tess Heel steps to the line to shoot 2 once again.
Looks like Leia Hannafin just fouled out of the game. Visibly upset.
Gales with an 8-point lead. Some more critical free throws here. Tess Heel needs to knock these down. Continue to have a chance in this game.
Tess Heel has 16 points and 8 boards. Only has 1 assist. Hasn't been distributing the ball as much as usual. She averages right around 4 assists a game. So yeah, 4.2 a game. She averages 4.3 rebounds, so she's got double that number right now. She hits the free throw.
I mean, she's almost taken matters into her own hands in this match. She's driven into the paint quite often and is able to find the bucket. She knocks down both.
Santa Clara in their full court defense. Looks like they might have gotten the trap, but they let Taylor Dalton escape. Clara still finds Allie Bamberger for the open layup.
Lays it in. Gales with an 8-point lead, 40 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter here.
Tess Heel takes it straight to the basket. Didn't let anybody tell her otherwise.
And Claire Steele is fouled and will step to the line to shoot 2 for the Gales.
Allie Bamberger calling for the Gales huddle, discussing game plan right now. Claire Steele steps to the line to shoot 2. AJ, I know we were ready for an exciting matchup tonight, but I wasn't expecting something like this out of the Gales and the Santa Clara.
It's not. It's been a great matchup tonight. A lot of back and forth.
A lot of back and forth. This game, it seemed as though, offensive rebound by Allie Bamberger. Tacey Whedon gets the ball and is fouled.
Shu will now be stepping to the line.
It seemed like every single time that one of these teams got a lead and were looking to extend it, the other team really, really tightened up their game and just brought that game back into contention.
Absolutely, with Santa Clara leading St. Mary's by 7 points in the 1st quarter.
Yeah.
And the Gales now leading by 6.
The Gales got their first lead in the 2nd. Then they extended it, and Santa Clara came back, and then they extended it again, and Santa Clara would come back, and then they extended it again. Tacey Whedon with the ball. You definitely don't want to foul Tacey. She's an 86% free throw shooter. That is impressive. Being 86% at the line for the season is difficult to do, and she's managed to do it. She's a great three-point shooter, great free throw shooter. She's a great player all around.
It is, and only a couple free throws and 25 seconds are in the way from the Gales taking this one home.
First one falls. What a surprise. Second one falls. Are you surprised?
I am not surprised that Tacey Whedon is able to knock down those free throws with such ease. I mean, as you said, I believe you said 84% from the line.
86%.
86% from the line.
Better. Yeah, Santa Clara's got 3 players in double figures. St. Mary's has 2 or 3. Not sure. We don't have updated stats as of right now. But Santa Clara looked like they had a good game. They let the game slip away from them a little too far beyond their grasp. And looks like the Gales, if they manage these late game situations like we were talking about earlier, will be able to pull out this game.
Well, it was this point of the game where I thought the Gales might struggle based on their free throw performance in the 3rd quarter. they've really composed themselves, and they're able to knock those down, keep their lead, and give the Broncos a hard time.
Yeah, they're 23. Oh, Gales end up with that loose ball. The Gales are 22 for 37 from the line. That's 15 points that they've missed out on, as opposed to Santa Clara's 24 to 30. 6 points they've missed out on. If you're the Gales, you're pretty happy with where you're at in this game, finishing out this way, especially after missing so many free throws.
Of course, I mean, that domination in the paint has really been a big factor for the Gales.
Yeah, we've been saying her name constantly throughout the broadcast, but Ali Bamberger really did have a huge effect on this game, as did Tacey Weed, as did the entire team. This is a complete team performance.
Tacey Weeden, they're actually overtaking Ali Bamberger in points this match. She currently has 23, and Bamberger has 21.
Yeah.
2 big players for the Gales.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it really was a team win. It was great defense. Clara Steele distributing that ball great. She had a steal. Taylor Dalton, great defense. She also had a steal. Good three-point shooting. They had free throw troubles, but ultimately it was a win for the Gales. You have to be happy.
Of course. What a success story for the Gales here, and a chance for them to turn the tide as they've come off a winning only one of their last 7 matches. That would now be 2 of 8. And
great performance overall.
And what a great game, too. Back and forth, kept everyone in their seats.
You think it was the pink uniforms?
I think so. I'm liking the pink tonight.
Yeah, I think they really did do great stuff as we get our final stats of the game. Yeah, the Broncos had 4 players in double figures. Tessio led them with 20 overall. Good stuff.
Sorry, I'm all sweaty, so.
As I'm joined with Ali Bamberger courtside. How's it going, Ali?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You had a great performance
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank
That was
you.
really impressive. It seemed like it was around the second quarter that you guys kind of turned around the momentum.
Yeah.
You were able to get some steals, you hit some threes. What do you think was the really big factor that changed?
Defense, for sure. You know, when we get defensive stops, it propels our offense, and then I think we did a great job stopping them in transition, which was always important. And then I think we outscored them 24 to 12. So, like I said, that defensive end, getting stopped, securing the rebound, and then pushing offense, for sure.
Definitely. Would you say that was kind of the key to your success overall tonight?
For sure. I know they have some shifty guards, that like to get downhill in transition, so we were able to stop the ball, communicate really well, get through screens. Our guards did a great job of guarding them today, so yes, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was obvious watching from courtside.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you had a great game.
Thank you.
So did Tacey.
Yes.
What does it mean for a team like yours to have a star duo like that? How are you able to work off of her energy and she work off of yours?
Yes, for sure. I mean, someone like Tacey gets face guarded the whole entire game. I mean,
Yes,
they're in
yeah.
her face, so it gets a little tougher. But I mean, her having 21 points really preaches to her working hard. And then I
Yeah.
love playing on her side because they guard her up high and it leaves me open on the block. So something like that, it's easier to get the ball inside with a great shooter like that, because then it makes the defense player high. So for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely obvious. Like you have room to operate.
Yeah.
You're always calling for the ball over
Yeah.
the post.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Thank you.
So, obviously, the rest of the team, great performance.
Yes.
What would you say is the key to finishing off the season with this same kind of intensity? Because I
Yeah.
know there's been some struggles lately.
For sure.
6 of the last 7 have been losses.
Yes.
But this is a really convincing win. You guys stayed in it. You were fought back from a deficit, especially in the beginning, the 2
Yeah.
technical foul shots.
Yes, for
early
sure.
deficit.
I mean, for us, we have a big road trip going up. We got the hardest one. We play Gonzaga and Portland, and so
That's
we
big,
just got to
yeah.
bring the energy, Like I said, defense got us stops. It brought the energy, but we just have to play within ourselves. When we're not playing the best, we got to dig in, get some stops, propel our offense. But, yeah, we have the hardest road trip. We're looking to have some upsets coming up. This team beat Gonzaga. So I think we're looking forward to this trip, and we're hoping to come out with 2 dubs, 1 dub. We're going to play hard. We got this. Yeah.
You guys are definitely capable of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Thank you so
Allie.
much. What was your name? It was nice to meet you.
John.
John, nice to meet you. Thank you.
As Allie walks back to the locker room after having that great performance, I'm sure she's going to go back there and celebrate with her team. AJ, we got a treat.
We got a treat.
We got a treat tonight.
A treat.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a great game to watch.
It was. It was a great matchup. I mean, I'm left satisfied, and I feel like everyone at home is as well.
Yeah, yes, I completely agree. We got a great halftime show. It was a great performance by the St. Perpetua ladies. They came out here, played good basketball, inspired by the Gales' performance in the second quarter. We talked about it over and over again. Allie Bamberger, Tacey Whedon, they've both been big contributors all season, their entire career, but tonight it really showed. Yeah, you got to be really happy for the Gales. Allie was talking about a really difficult road trip coming up against, you got Portland, you got Gonzaga, but I think if you watch the same game I did, I think they're completely capable of pulling out a win or two.
And this win is really putting the Gales in a great position with great momentum going into this.
Yeah.
A little bit of a confidence booster. And, I mean, if the Gales play like this, they'll be a very, very successful team.
I completely agree. Well, thank you for joining us this lovely evening in Moraga. It was great weather. It's dark outside now. It's 7 o'clock. You still got the rest of your evening to go enjoy it. You got this treat of a matchup to watch. So I know I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go finish off the night. And thank you for joining us. It's been fun. I thought it was a fun time. Yeah, catch the Kings game if you can. Start at 7 against the Mavericks. It's good. Men's basketball pulled out a win. Women's basketball pulled out a win. Great day for St. Mary's. It's been great. Thank you for joining us.
So, yeah.